Hello everyone. Welcome back to VOD of Consciousness, or welcome for the first time. I'm Sientir, and I am on my way to try to hunt down a necromancer boss. Or not a necromancer boss, I found a necromancer boss. I'm looking for a mesmer boss because I want to capture a very specific skill that is called Panic. It's very powerful. And these enemies right here are absolutely vital to stop because they are extremely damaging. So we need to... Oh, this is not very good right now. It's important to try to keep my monks alive. Okay, so this is going very poorly, actually, right now. Oh, that's bad. That's very bad. Okay, yeah, we're wiping. There's no way we're not wiping. Okay. So I need to kind of refocus how I'm approaching this if I'm going to actually manage to capture the skill that I want to capture. So we're going to take a slight break to address certain things that need to happen, TM. Also, hopefully the person power washing outside isn't coming through the recording. I know that sort of thing can happen sometimes. Okay, so... largely what I want to accomplish is going to require me to adjust some stuff. Shield of Absorption should be over there as well as over here. This skill's not very good, really. So Shielding Hands is probably worth bringing, and Bigger Spirit's probably okay. Yeah, okay. So this guy's doing useful stuff. Some very useful damage stuff. Mirror of Disenchantment's not important here. So I'm just going to have to take some time because I need skills that do important things. So Panic is useful. Do I want more Mesmers? I might want more Mesmers. I might want a Power Blocker, actually. Because Power Block would be very powerful here. I'm actually going to use Mistrust on him. So, I'm sorry, General Morgan, you're going. Serenium, Milani, these guys are doing fine. I think I just want another Mesmer. I have to be part Mesmer. I cannot run exactly what I want here. From that standpoint, but is that good, or do I want something like this? Attack, steal, earth damage. Whenever you lose mesmer enchantment, I probably in condition. That's not terrible. I don't know. I'm gonna keep her doing the same sort of thing. The air magic is good damage. So I think I just want another actual mesmer. In addition to whatever it is that I'm doing. That makes sense. So let's just get Gwen in here. So this is a pretty good skill. We're not going to give her psychic instability, though. I want straight up power block. Let's see. Don't need overload. Chaos Storm is fine. Unnatural Segment is fine. I don't need Drain Enchantment. Let's see. Power Drain's okay. But I'm gonna actually give her Mantra of Flame, I think. And then has Chaos Storm, which is good. Let's see. Grifo. I'm just trying to think. Mistrust is probably good here too. I'm just bringing a lot of interrupt skills because that's a lot of what the problem is, and this right here has some good defensive properties that we can roll with that way. Splinter Weapon is some powerful AoE, but honestly, I'm just going to replace it with... where is it? It's under Restoration Magic. Weapon of Shadow, which makes that ally not get beat to death, basically. So, yeah, I should definitely... Okay, rather than Vigorous Spirit, I'm going to give Protective Spirit. And... oh, this is an interesting question. Yeah... Daedalon. Do I want to do it with you? The most logical person is actually Serenia, so... let's give her Blood Ritual. That way she can help restore energy to the other folks. Okay, I don't know how much of a change this is going to make. This is one of the things that you run into sometimes, is you'll just have times where the enemies just hurt a lot, and not a whole lot you can do about that fact. If things go poorly again, I will switch over to a more defensive build on my end as well. Rather than trying to be proactive Mesmer stuff, I'll just have a Mesmer secondary and bring things like Angelic Protection, for example, that limit how much damage an ally can take. I don't know. Angelic Protection is not very good. But I'll try to find stuff like that might be able to help. But anyway, okay, let's try that again. This is one of those things where I know that this is a very difficult mission, so I'm not actually surprised to have some loss here. Because, like I said, it is a very difficult mission. And the enemies can be quite deadly. So, we just need to do what we can to take these guys out and not die in the process. I'm going to back up a little bit. So the hope is that the really deadly stuff gets interrupted. One of the problems of running this many interrupters, by the way, that I should mention, is that you can get multiple people interrupting the same thing. So I'm certainly not the optimal person to be using Cry of Frustration, for example. I'm not. Cry of Frustration is not something I'm speccing into. I'm speccing into T's. And I don't have any other... well, I have some other Inspiration Magic stuff, but nothing that I particularly want to use here, so... I know I did spend a bunch of time kind of reworking my build. I don't know. I don't have... Get out of here. I don't necessarily have a ton to say. Let's get this guy out of my face. Where are you, Milani? Okay, you're way off who knows where land. A lot of my focus is going to be on the combat here because, like I said, this is a very dangerous area and it's very easy to get overwhelmed. A lot of these guys cause you to burn when they're in melee range, that sort of thing. And as you can see, if you're not careful, there's a bunch of these guys up right now. And you can see that Milani's health is like jumping back and forth like crazy. That's just an effect of how deadly these enemies are. So ideally, I'd actually probably be doing the, or I'd have a Paragon be doing the blood ritual stuff. Because Paragons have a lot of built-in energy management. Much more so, actually, even than Elementalists. But I gave Gwen Mantra of Flame, by the way, because that allows her to reduce how much damage she's taking. So you'll notice that there's a bunch of purple stuff going off everywhere. That's Mesmers at work. Mesmers are extremely powerful, and it's actually a concept that I really like, that I'd like to see in more games. What Mesmers do is they interrupt stuff. They stop enemies from being able to do their thing, and that makes them extremely powerful. Part of the reason why I wanted to set Gwen up specifically with Power Block, by the way, is because it will just temporarily shut down a Spark of the Titan. So I've just locked her on that Spark, so hopefully hopefully she can help us not die to it. It does mean that we are kind of getting our faces beaten by these Titans, though. So one of the things you have to be careful of, though, is you kill off Titans, because they spawn more Titans. You have to be careful of getting completely swamped with Titans. Particularly the hand level. So I'm just kind of focusing on trying to take them out right now. Teas can provide some serious levels of energy. Okay. Just down to these fists. Yeah, I'm just popping everyone up. Again, I'm going to be highly focused on the combat here, because this area is super deadly. Okay, so one of the things that I'm doing with bringing up all of my guys is I'm looking at their energy levels, and I kind of want to wait to continue on until energy levels have kind of been more heavily restored. It's just a simple fact that if you have a lot of energy... I just got hit by a random meteor. It's actually the meteor skill, by the way, which is kind of funny. Kill this problem. It's not the guy I'm looking for. So this area we need to be very careful. We don't want to aggro too many Spark of the Titans. These guys are walking towards us. So I'm actually going to kind of wait here and see how this mob respawns and reacts. Yeah, okay. So you see a bunch of these mobs running around. Those guys would have flanked us if we'd stayed there. And needless to say, I don't want to be flanked by a bunch of Sparks of the Titans. Oh my goodness, that is just so much AoE damage. I can't even... They're level 28 Elementalists, which means that they have an absolutely absurd quantity of fire damage that they can deal. And that hurts our face a lot. So I'm just kind of waiting here to see what happens. So you can already see that, like, my party's just getting inundated with damage. I'm getting inundated with damage. That helped. That helped. The Mind Burn is powerful, but fortunately it's single target. This is just so many of these guys is the problem. I mean, I stopped a Rodgorts, which is good, but we're still wiping, and this area is just nasty. How do I want to approach doing this? If I can keep Parias alive... Okay, I'm stuck on something. I don't know where my character actually is, but I'm clearly stuck on something. Okay, yeah, we're wiping here again. I'm going to need to figure out how to approach this spot because we're clearly way too fragile, and I don't have a good answer to that. I can do some really weird stuff with my monks and whatnot, but that's why I was a bit hesitant to want to go after this skill in the first place, actually. Like, it's super good, though, so... let's see. How do I want to approach this? Yeah, Keystone Signet is the one skill that was... kind of what I was talking about. Because I want the blind effect that brings. Trying to decide if there should be a long episode or what I should do here. Am I being optimal with this? Am I being optimal with bringing Gwen? Let's see. What other... Power Lock is probably desirable here. Probably more than Power Drain. I don't know. It's like, what do I do to approach this specific problem that I'm running into? And I kind of think it's maybe making him go ahead and just do the power block thing. And maybe instead of empathy, actually instead of Chaos Storm, let's be honest here. Power lock. And actually I'm going to go ahead and Gwen again. And I'm going to throw on Margaret. What is this? Oh, yeah. Okay. This is not important. It's actually anti-helpful. But... yeah, okay. That's nice. Okay. Okay, so Keen Arrow is perfectly reasonable. That's not really important, though. Choking gas is probably exactly what I want, actually. Let's see here. Trying to figure out what other stuff I might want here. Wilderness survival stuff, probably. I don't need another stance, and I don't need another prep, so that is a bit limiting on what I can bring. Little Unguent is a bit redundant. Let's see. What do I actually want here? Antidote Signet is real good. And... nothing's especially important. Frustration magic is just a faint nod. Yeah, sure, that works. Okay. So I'm just looking at the timer and I'm seeing that we're at like 20 minutes. So I'm not going to continue this mission again this time. I will probably try it again next time. And I will continue to make some tweaks to my build in between attempts. But at this point, I feel kind of committed to getting this. So you're just going to have to wait for tomorrow. So until then, take care, everyone. Enjoy my caps lock. Bye-bye.